Hello and welcome once again, whoever you are, wherever you're watching from, or whenever you're watching, to our daily Limbus Company Mirror Dungeon ID Study and book reading stream. Now, earlier today, we played a little bit of Gloomwood. It was a very good game, it was very fun, I liked it. I still have to watch my own stream to see if it's working alright, we're gonna check it out later. But for now, we shall return to our usual stuff, which is, well, doing Limbus Company. Now, let me just open up the book here, leave it open, get that out of the way real quick. Just a second, please. By the way, today's IDs of choice will be the Hanafuda Ishmael and Night Owl's Gregor, because while I have played Hanafuda Ishmael before on a solo run, this is not the case. Hello, Ghostface Man Shorts. Don't know if this is your first time here. If it is, I welcome you. If it is not, well, welcome anyway. No, I have not touched the Blade Ryoshu yet because I don't have her. I rolled 10, I put 10 rolls on her. Not gonna do more than that. I am saving for Walpurgis, as you should. And next week we're gonna do her, of course, because next week we have an achievement to do with Ryoshu as well. Not Blade Ryoshu, but Ryoshu nonetheless. And if you recall, it would be this achievement over here. There we go. Defeat the four Charm, Wonder, and Doubt, textbook, Blade and Artwork, and the Unsevering team pack bosses with 3 or more, the House of a Spider's Identity with the LCB Ryoshu in your loadout, not counting backup units, incompletable by rental teams. We're going to be doing that in the future, probably just before Blade Ryoshu, and then we're going to do Blade Ryoshu once we get her. But the 67th stream is going to be interesting. In any case, let us begin. Welcome, Moises. We're going to start with Hanafuda Ishmael because I already played her before. She's a very fun ID, and we're going to review that real quick. How the heck do you do all those missions? I play this game daily, so I have a lot of opportunity to do those, and more than one streams have been, achievements runs, so yeah. In any case, we're gonna start with Hanafuda Ishmael. She's not really called Hanafuda Ishmael, but I call her Hanafuda Ishmael nonetheless. Jung's office representative Ishmael came about on the 7th Walpurgis Snatch. She has 225 HP, 3 to 8 speed, 60 defense level. She is weak to blunt but strong against slash. Now, she possesses the scene of Wrath, Sloth, Gloom, and Envy on her super special skill, and Pride on a clashable counter, which is very important. We'll see why. In any case, first we are going to review her passive. Once again, I have used this ID before. She is extremely fun to play. Koi Koi. During the start, if this unit does not have Bright, she gains 0 Bright potency, 3 Bright count. What is Bright, I hear you ask? Well, Bright is her, basically how much gambling we can do with her. At turn start, she gains 1 offense level for every potency, and at turn start, we lose 1 count. This can only raise to 3 offense level, so, it can only raise to 3 potency, so you can only get 3 offense level out of this. 3 offense level is already 1 extra clash power up you have on an enemy of the same offense level as you. So this is already pretty much, once you get 3 bright potency, you already have 1 extra clash power. In any case, turn start. If this unit does not have a suit in hand, gain a random suit. Hand Prime Crane suit, hand Suzuki Grass suit, hand Blue Sakura suit. That corresponds to a base attack skill or this unit's leftmost skill slot. In other words, we have red, we have yellow, and we have blue. Now, combat start. When this unit uses a base attack skill or an eagle skill equipped on its leftmost skill lot, activate the following once per turn. Next turn, convert the hand on self off to the one corresponding to the used skill's affinity. If the skill was either Sakura Sand or an eagle skill, gains 1 bright potency. If the skill's affinity matches the affinity of the current hand description, thus forming a hand, activate the following. Gain 1 bright potency. If this unit formed a hand last turn and this turn in succession, gain 1 bright potency. On hit with said skill, trigger Tremor Burst, then reduce the target tremor count by 1. 25% chance to gain 1 eagle respawn corresponding to the skill affinity. At the skill's skill end at 5 bright potency or at 0 bright count, uses Kodan. In other words, Our leftmost skill, well, leftmost is this way for you that are watching. For me, it's this way. You know, our leftmost skill is the most important one here. If we use the same color as the hand we have on our character, which is going to be in a status effect, we are going to gain 1 bright potency. This can scale up to 5. If we do it twice in a row, we gain an additional 1. And once every turn, we're going to be losing a bright count. We only have 3 of those. Once it reaches 0, we are going to be forced to use our super special skill tree. The more bright potency we have, the more we match the colors of the status effect that we have here, or suit, the more power is that final attack is going to get. So, moving on. Stacking the deck. On Tails hit, she heals 5 SP, deals 10% more damage against targets in either low morale or panic state. So we have our own sanity heal from this character. We don't need anyone to, you know, take care of our sanity. It is pretty damn good. Now, moving on to skill 1. Let's see what you're typing here. Sorry, rank got a raise too. Yes. What are you talking about? Who are they? I agree with you, but who the fuck are they? This is a discard unit, and a discard unit is incredibly fun. Now, let me explain. This card is very fun because the way Limbus company handles skills, like Library of Ruin, is that you have a limited number of uses of every skill. Skill 3 has 3, skill 2 has 2, and skill 3 has 1. How does this work? You might have noticed that our dashboard on Limbus company is kind of like a slot machine. The skills kind of fall down in order. You can see the next one coming. Or, I don't know, you can call it Candy Crush or something like that. In any case, for every skill slot, you have the same, each one has its stock of skills that they can be used. So, before they refresh, every time I use a skill, I'm going to consume a use of that skill in that skill slot. And until I consume every other skill in that skill slot, I completely exhaust the amount of skills I have, it will not reset. In other words, one skill slot has access to 1 skill tree, 2 skills 2, and 3 skills 3. 3 skills 1, sorry. Every time you consume 1, it's taken out, and by the time you use all of them, they will refresh once again. So if you use your skill tree too early, you are going to have to use your skill tree twice and your skill 1 3 times before you can get another skill tree, and that's not a guarantee. Now, discard decks are fun because you are discarding the other skill you have not used it. It's literally, if you don't use it, you lose it. That means we're going to be constantly refreshing our deck or skill slot as we are discarding the other skill where we're not going to be using it. That means we get lots of chances to use our skill tree on the regular. In any case, let's now look at the skill 1, Tsurugiri. Tsurugiri has 4 base power, 4 coin power, 2 coins, / wrath with a 62 offense level and a single attack weight. With 4 base power and 2 coins of 4 coin power, that lands us a skill on the 12 roller, which is 1 power above average for our skills 1s in general. If the other skill in the same skill slot is a different skill, discard that skill. Coin power +1 for every 6, sum of tremor and sinking on target to a maximum of 2. On hit inflicts sinking count, and on heads hit inflicts another sinking count. On hit inflicts tremor count, and on heads hit inflicts another tremor count. Now, that is very good. This skill has 2 levels of escalation, and we are already above average. This skill can roll a 12, and then it goes to a 14, and then it goes to a 16 if we have the enemy with a high amount of tremor and sinking. 16 is baseline skill 2 already. As expected from the Walpurgisnacht ID, this is goddamn powerful, and we are only looking at the skill 1. Oh, apologies. We are only looking at the skill 1 so far. Let's look at the skill 2, Suzuki Misdirection. 4 base power, 4 coin power, 3 coins, / sloth with a 63 offense level and 1 attack weight. Now, with a 4 base power and 4 coin power with 3 coins, we have in our hands a 16 roller. That is baseline for skill 2. If the other skill in the same skill slot is a different skill, we discard it and gains 1 coin power for every 6 sum of tremor and sinking on target to a maximum of 2. Again, 2 levels of escalation, making this a 16, an 18, and then a 20. Now, unlike her skill 1, which is above average, the skill 2 is very normal, very average, at least for modern IDs or the most recent ones. In any case, on hit inflicts sinking, and on hit inflicts tremor, and on the final hit it heals SP, showing again that we really don't need anyone to take care of our sanity when using this ID. Now, her skill 1 applies count, her skill 2 applies potency for sinking and tremor. So her skill 1 is very useful, especially because it can roll as hard as a skill 2 with full escalation, whilst the skill 2 rolls normally. Now, moving on to skill 3, Sakura-sen. 5 base power, 4 coin power, 3 coins, slash, gloom, 64 at offense level with a single attack weight. With a 5 base power and 4 coin power with 3 coins, we got in our hands a nice 17 roller. It deals 10% more damage for every bright potency on self. On use, discards the skill if it is different, gains coin power for the sum of tremor and sinking on target, maximum of 3, so we have 3 levels of escalation here. So a skill that rolls a 17 with 3 levels of escalation with 3 coins is going from 17, 20, 23, and then 26, which is very, very, very powerful. 26 is very powerful with skill 3. Of course, more recent IDs can roll much higher than that, but considering that it is simply by having tremor and sinking on the target, this is pretty powerful. On the hit, it inflicts 2 tremor count and 2 sinking count, and on a head hit is a bit additional sinking count. On a second hit, that's a tremor and sinking, no potency with an additional tremor count. And finally, on the third coin, if the target is in either amplitude conversion or amplitude entanglement states, this coin deals 48% more damage. On hit, if the target isn't on amplitude conversion state, trigger amplitude conversion into tremor decay. Now, tremor decay is the same type of tremor that Heathcliff from the Ufi Association can inflict. Meaning, if you bring both of them together, they are gonna be good friends. Because tremor decay is quite powerful. Don't let the other tremor souls fool you. Tremor decay reduces the enemy defense level for every 4 tremor potency on the enemy. Every defense level that we reduce on the enemy is additional damage we do to the enemy when we actually hit them. So having the 2 together will work wonderfully, especially because her third coin deals additional damage if the target is, has a different type of tremor. Moving on, we have our empowered skill tree, which is not really an empowered skill tree, but just a extra attack. Kozan. It has a 4 base power, 5 coin power, single coin, slash with and the affinity 65 offense level. This attack is unclashable and it does not trigger defense skills, or external effects cannot have this skill trigger again, such as lucky coin. Now, on use, at less than 3 bright potency, it cancels the skill and gains 2 attack power up next turn. So even if you fail to play her gimmick of matching colors, you're still going to get 2 attack power up, which is incredibly good. On 3+ bright potency, we gain the following effects based on our potency. Per 1 potency, the skill deals 10% more damage, up to 50. At 4+ potency, we gain another base power. At 5 potency, on hit, with the final reuse coin, trigger tremor burst 2 times and then reduce the trigger's tremor count by 1. At the skill end, we lose bright. We convert the suit to a random suit, so we change colors at random. We gain bright potency next turn equal to the number of coins that weren't used if we kill the target. Now, reuse this coin on the first coin, reuse this coin bright potency -1 times 4 times max. On hit, we inflict 1 tremor, 1 sinking, and 1 defense level down on a head's hit. In other words, this skill, if we're at max bright potency, we played our gimmick, we matched the colors, we have 5 bright potency. This attack is going to hit 4 times. Hitting it 4 times, this attack becomes a 25 roller with an extra base power, assuming you're at max potency, triggers tremor burst twice, and it inflicts a lot of tremor count, sinking count, and defense level down. Now, this is incredibly powerful. No need to say anything more than that. It is unclashable. It is going to hurt a lot. I, for a matter of fact, managed to kill Ishmael using this skill when fighting against Albina in Canto 9. Now, defense skill. Shuffle hands, for deck. Let me just answer your question. Ghostface Man Shorts. I have not done the index members just yet. I think I played with it at some point in a stream. I am not sure. I will do that eventually because I'm running out of ideas to review, honestly. In any case, as soon as I'm done revealing that, I'll show you which ones are coming up next. Shuffle hands, floral deck. Flashable counter, very important. 5 base power, 4 coin power, 2 coins, slash. With 4 coin power on our 2 coins, this becomes a 12 roller, 1 point above our skill 1, generic skill 1, but with no escalation as far as I can tell. No, 2 escalations here. Combat start, we discard 2 skills of the lowest rank. All of these units' skill slots once per turn. If the skill was equipped on the first unit's leftmost skill lot, convert the suit in this skill unit's hand to a random suit that corresponds to one of this unit's base attack skills next turn. Once per turn, excluding the suits already in this unit hand. 50% chance to gain bright potency once per turn. Coin power +1 for every 2 bright potency on self, one maximum of 2. Inflicts sinking count and inflicts tremor. Now, the important thing about using this is that if you do not have this right color on your leftmost skill slot to match our color matching gimmick here, you can gamble on a 50% chance to gain bright potency. And the skill gets stronger the more bright potency you have. And as long as you are using this clashable counter, you do not trigger Kozan. Mind you, I have won a fight with Hanafuda Ishmael before by just spamming counters because it's a clashable counter and it's a very powerful one nonetheless, where she had like 50 bleed and if she attacked she would die. So she kept winning the clashes and never used Kozan as necessary. Now, very good ID, very nice. Let's equip some egos on her and I'll show you what these are coming up next. Now, we are a sinking tremor unit. Okay, write that down. I don't need to write notes on how she works because I have used her before. We're gonna take Tidal Elegy because it inflicts sinking and inflicts tremor, so it's just going to help us. I have it and I'm gonna use it. This one inflicts sinking and rupture, unlike Snag Harpoon, which only inflicts tremor and inflicts 6 bind next turn. This one is actually better, honestly, because 6 bind is really powerful. It's basically a use of Pigritia, if you think about it. We're gonna use Bygone Days because it is a AoE attack, it gains attack weight, and heals HP, it's a healing, and applies sinking to a lot of people and cursed, which is very nice. All blue, all nice, and for our WoW, which we only have one choice right now, is Blind Obsession. Now, upcoming IDs. Now, let's take a look here. Recent. We already, like I said, whenever we're going by order of release from the IDs, from earliest to latest, and whenever an ID is part of a team like She Association, we take all of the She Association as ID and deploy them in a team. So, for example, following the order here, the first one is She Association South Section 5, Ishmael. We will take all the She Association IDs, including Faust, put them together in a team, review a lot of them, beat the Mirror Dungeon 5 floors on the hard difficulty with them. If I were to take Blade Lineage Salsu Yiseng here, I was going to take all of the Blade Lineage that has been released up to the point of the stream, review all of them, put them in a team, same thing here. Liu Association, same thing. If an ID does not have a team, that ID is going to be doing a solo run. So, we already did this She Association, Blade Lineage, Liu Association, Lobotomy Corp Faust, LCCB, 7 Association, G Corp, which has Altis, Kumo Clan, my beloved, W Corp, 7 Association again, Liu, She, R Corp, we did it recently, N Corp. Let's see what else. Lo Chef Mariachi was solo, this one was solo, these two went together. We did the Technology Liberation Association, we did the Rose Spanner Workshop, we did the K Corp Honglu already, which was very fun. We did Both Works Ishmael and this one here. We did Zwei Association South. We did Molar Office, we did the DHC Association, we did Hook Officer Solo, Twin Hook Solo. The middle we have done several times. We have done the Pequot Trio already. We have done Lobotomy Eagle First Squad, which is from the Second Warburgis, which includes Dawn, Otis, and Faust. We have done Ufi Association not too long ago. We have done Down Office Sinclair. We have done the Edgar family. We have done Dead Rabbits. We have done the Wuthering Heights Butler, Wuthering Heights in general, which includes Heathcliff. We did T-Corp Tax Collectors, we did the Euro Div, we did the Ring already, which we might have to do it again. So we have already done the Ring, that includes Callisto Long Honglu and Albino Faust. We did Multi-Crack, which was incredibly strong. Wild Hunt, we have done solo. We have done, just yesterday actually, Lobotomy Eagle, Yiseng, and Ryoshu. Deviat Association, Zwei West, we have done it. Fang Hunt has already been done together with Sync Association, Merso, and this one as well, because they were part of an achievement. We have done the Blood Fiend as well. We have done Full Stop. We have done LCE. Rokumo, already done. We have done an entire week of Honglu and his Heisho links, including Shishung Ishmael. We have done Fire Fist Office Survivor Gregor. We have done Sync Association Dawn just recently, and she is incredibly powerful. We have done the East Capo Merso as well, powerful as well. We have done Ncorp Iseng and Ncorp Ryoshu. We have done In the Name of Love and Hate Dawn and Podia as well. Let's see. We have done Drifting Blade of Hongyuan solo too, I am fairly sure. Next up will probably the Index going for the list, so tune in tomorrow for that. Index time. That means I'm gonna have to use skin. Oh, fuck me. Give me a second. Yeah, we're gonna have to use the Index next. Yeah, we're gonna have to do the Index next. I already did solo MDA Hin, and I want to do him when he has Blade Ryoshu. I know it's not gonna work out because it's just gonna kill him. But yeah, next one is the Index. Look forward to it. It's going to be fun. Anyway, back to it. Night Owl's Capitano. Gregor. Right, this one I have never actually used it. Let's see what he can do. 212 HP, 3 to 6 speed, 58 defense level. He is fatal to blunt, but resistant against spears. He possesses the sin of sloth, lust, pride, and lust with a clutchable guard. Let me write all that down. Skill 1, fucking, I'm not gonna write it down. I know how he works, kind of, maybe. We'll figure it out as we go. First passive, Painless Mercy. Unless reused via external effects, Night Owl Captainus Gregor's skill Mercy can be used up to 2 times per turn. Purge Enforcer of the Famigli. True Sloth, True Lust. When this unit kills an enemy or breaks apart, he gains True Pierce power up next turn. When using a base attack skill, if this unit's speed is faster than the target, inflicts defense level down on the target for every true speed difference next troop per turn. After ally attack using base attack skills, if the enemy core has 20% or less HP, he uses Mercy on the target once per turn. If there is only one surviving enemy after an attack, this passive also activates when the target is staggered. So in other words, he finishes off kills, which will make him really good with Otis Blade Lineage Salsu. Wow. And True Pierce power up when he kills or breaks apart, that is pretty good. And I'm assuming he's all pierced, right? If the man is literally made all of stilettos, so we're gonna see how that goes with his skill. Skill 1, Gap Attack. Has 3 base power, 4 coin power, 2 coins, Pierce, Sloth with a 62 offense level, and attack weight of 1. 344, that is a classic 11 roller. Gains 1 haste per turn next turn on use, and gains coin power based on this sum of bleed and tremor on target every 6 max of true. So classic skill 1 here, it 2 levels of escalation. We have an 11, we have a 13, and then we have a 15. On hit, it inflicts tremor and bleed and inflicts open wound. Open wound has a maximum stack of 2, gains a bind per turn, and at 2 stacks, replace the effect with deep wound next time. So every time we hit the enemy, we are going to be slowing them down. Mercy, which is his reusable skill that goes automatically when enemy, is on low health. 4 base power, 6 coin power, 1 coin, pierce, 10 roller, 62 offense level, and 1 attack weight. This skill does not trigger defense skills and cannot gain ego resources. Coin power +1 for every 20% missing HP on the enemy core to a maximum of 4. Deal 1% damage for every 1% missing HP on the enemy core. If the enemy core has negative 20% or less HP, it deals 120% damage instead. So, in other words, he's going to do max damage anyway, and he's going to be gaining 4 coin power. This actually reroll always a 14 and gains a shit ton of damage bonus. On use gains haste, inflicts bleed, tremor, and open wound. Single attack, basically he's finishing off kills. He is very interesting. Again, he's part of the Pierce team, and Pierce team is all about one opposed attacks one-sidedly. Moving on to skill 2, Stiletto Doppio, which sounds like a JoJo stand, honestly. 4 base power, 4 coin power, 3 coins, pierce, 63 offense level, attack weight of 1, and lust affinity. 4. This is a 16 roller, baseline skill 2. On use, coin power +1 for every 6 sum of bleed and tremor on target to a maximum of 2, so we have 2 levels of escalation. A 16 roller becomes a 19 and then a 22. Clash Win inflicts 1 tremor and trigger tremor burst, then reduce the target's tremor count by 1. And this is on a Clash Win, not on hit. On hit, it inflicts tremor and bleed count, inflicts open wound, and on the 3rd attack, if the enemy core has 20% or less HP, or if the target has fatal wound, uses mercy. Fatal wound, base stack 3, on tremor burst gains 3 bleed count, 2 times per turn. Cannot gain open wound, if focus encounters depart. Turn end, gain bind equal to the stack next turn, reduce stack by 1. Now open wound at 2 stacks becomes deep wound, and I'm assuming deep wound becomes fatal wound eventually. And fatal wound will, just do a lot of bleed count. So this is very much a kill finisher. Very good. I will keep that in mind. Let's see, if the enemy core has 20%, if it has fatal wound, I will 2. Use mercy on 20% less HP or fatal wound. So our mercy is not always going to trigger on a enemy having low HP. It can trigger on our skill 2 as well. Skill 3, execution. 4 base power, 3 coin power, 4 coins, pierce damage, pride, 64 offense level, attack weight of 1. With 4 coins of 3 power, we have in our hands a nice 12 roller with a 4 base power that is a 16. But don't be disheartened, most skill trees escalate far more than that. So we have a base 16 roller here. If the target has deep wound, it activates the Knight's Awe instead, once per turn. So that is a conditional we have on our skill tree. I assume it activates our enhanced skill tree. So if target, deep wound empowers skill tree. On use, it gains 1 coin power for every sum of bleed and tremor on target, 6, a maximum of 2, so 2 levels of escalation. With 4 coins, with 2 levels of escalation, this will become a +4 and then a +5. On the first level of escalation, this is, let's see, it's a 17, it becomes a 20, and then a 24. That is chunky. On a Clash Win, it inflicts 2 tremor and triggers tremor burst, then reduce the target's tremor count by 1. On the first hit, it inflicts bleed. On the second, tremor and tremor count. On the third, it inflicts open wound. And finally, on the 4th hit, it activates amplitude conversion. Yes, another tremor. Tremor hemorrhage. Tremor hemorrhage. On Tremor Burst, takes less damage equal to the sum of Tremor Potency and Bleed Potency divided by 2 and lose 1 bleed count. On hit with the 4th coin, we also trigger a Tremor Burst first. And if the target is staggered or has Fatal Wound, or if the enemy core has negative 20% HP, we use Mercy. So whenever the character has this Fatal Wound debuff, is staggered or low HP, we are going to probably be using Mercy, which is, you know, our skill 1 but enhanced. Finally, we have the enhanced skill tree, the Knight's All, which is pretty much the same skill but with unbreakable coins. So 4 base power, 3 coin power, 4 coins, Fierce Pride, 64 offense level, and an attack weight of 1. Deals more damage for every haste on self plus bind on target, to a maximum of 60%. If the target has shield, you deal 30% more damage. It focuses encounters the core parts. Deal 1% more damage for every 1% missing HP on the enemy. If the enemy core has minus than 20% of his HP, he deals double damage instead. On use, it inflicts defense level down, 5 levels of it. And on use, has coin power plus 1 for every 4 sum of bleed and tremor on target to a maximum of 3. So we have 3 levels of escalation here, which is higher than our base skill. So with 3 levels of escalation, this 17 roller, 17, no, 3, 2, 3, 9, 12, 16 roller, it will become a 20, 24, and then a 28. On the first hit, it is nothing. On the second hit, we'll fix bleed and bleed count. Third hit, we inflict tremor and tremor count. And on the fourth, we amplitude conversion into tremor hemorrhage. We trigger a tremor burst. If the target has bind, we gain another tremor burst. Then we reduce the tremor count by 1 and converts the target deep wound into fatal wound next turn. The only way we have to transform someone or deep wound into fatal wound, let's see. Yeah, it's the usage of our Knight's All effect. Tremor burst, get 1 blank, can bring up a wound, you focus and counters the part. Use that. Yep, it seems there is no way to get fatal wound aside from the skill tree enhanced. And the skill tree enhanced only activates if the target has deep wound. So we're gonna keep that in mind. Defense skill. Dire Straits, 3 base power, 10 coin power, unbreakable clashable guard, which is very powerful. Clashable guard, for this turn, increase the number of times mercy can be used when triggered by the effect Purge Enforcer of the Family to shoot per turn. Gain 1 haste next turn, coin power plus 1 for every sum of bleed and tremor on the target, to a maximum of 2, inflicts 2 tremor. So, if we are meeting the conditions for our passive, which allows us to attack an enemy with our skill 1 unopposed, if they're low enough health and we use our defense skill, we can do that additional time. Very good, very nice. Doesn't each Walpurgis Knight release a Lob Corp in Arena? That is correct. The Walpurgis Knight exists solely as fan service. Every unit that you see on the Walpurgis Knight is a unit that was featured in either Lobotomy Corporation as the Eagle Gear and Library of Ruina as one of the receptions. Right, let's equip some Eagle on our boy. We are a bleed and tremor team, so we're gonna take Brilliant Glory, which I do believe is about tremor. Yes. For bleed, we really don't have anything for Gregor. Maybe Christmas Nightmare? Christmas Nightmare, we'll take it. And for our theft, we can take Lantern for the heal on hit, or Bygone Days, which is Sanity Heal. Very good. We have our Eagles equipped. We have our boys studied. Let's get down to making a team for the Mirror Dungeon to help them out. Starting with Yiseng, as per usual, being the first sinner. Now, we are a Tremor team first, a Sinking and Bleed team second. How can you help us? We are not self-Tremor, so I have a little speed max trigger and defense level down. This is very good. We have a way to apply defense level down with both Knight All Gregor and with Hanafuda Ishmael, because Hanafuda Ishmael has Tremor Decay. Right. How experienced would you say a player since the release of Vanguard Altis is? Vanguard Altis. Isn't Vanguard Altis like really recent? Like, do you know when Vanguard Altis? Oh, it's still learning. It's still learning. I would say you're still learning. Unless you throw yourself in the mirror dungeon like I do. Like, let's see here. Vanguard Altis is not that far away. Like maybe 3 months ago, 2 months ago. I'm not entirely sure. So I'd say you still have a lot to learn. I'm not gonna be a cunt about it. But yeah, you have some to learn. Anyway, for support with Yiseng, we're gonna be taking the Molar Office Fixer because of this passive. Whenever we trigger Tremor Burst, our ally with lowest max HP, we inflict defense level down. And defense level down, once again, changes how much damage we take. Now, I'm gonna explain this once again. Whenever a clash is finished on Limbus Company, when you actually finally get to hit the guy with your attack, we are going to be comparing the offense level of a skill, which in this case is 58, with the defense level of the person we are attacking. And based on the difference between offense level and defense level, we're going to deal either more damage or less damage. With the passive from Molar Office Fixer Yiseng, whenever we trigger Tremor Burst, we are lowering the enemy defense level, meaning we're going to do more damage with our attacks. Moving on to Faust, we have a Tremor team. If I recall correctly, Faust does not have good Tremor support. The only Tremor unit that she has really is just Lobotomy Ego Regret. So we really are just going to use her base passive, Keen Observation, because it has a chance to inflict offense level down. Now, offense level down, same thing as before. When we are clashing, not only are we comparing damage or our numbers like point power and base power and all that good stuff, we are also comparing our offense levels. The character with a higher offense level gains additional clash power. Base Faust allows us to lower the enemy offense level down, thus making subsequent clashes easier. It's a bit of a random chance, but I feel like it makes a difference. We're gonna pick Base Faust here. Oh yeah, do I have a Discord? I do not. I am planning on making one, but for now I do not. I apologize. Mostly I post about stuff on the Accursed Bird app, Twitter, and here on YouTube. Moving on to Dawn. We are again Tremor Sinking team with a bit of bleed. Because we are sinking, we can make use of Dawn's Heisho ID. Dawn's Heisho ID actually has a really good passive. An ally with the fastest speed on hit using a base attack skill that against enemies that have True Plus Rupture or Sinking count inflicts defense level down. Now, the kicker here is because it works on sinking and it inflicts additional defense level down, so we are just compounding it together with Molar Office Fixer and with Hanafuda Ishmael Tremor Decay. Moving on to Ryoshu. Ryoshu is another ID that does not have good Tremor support. Gains more Tremor count for this skill. This is for self-applying Tremor, which works as a pretty much discount charge. We're gonna be using Lobotomy Ego, Faint Aroma, and Solitude because it has the strange ass passive it has. It actually can be used for us. I'm not gonna be new in ways suck because it takes too long to make good teams. It takes a little bit, but here's my advice, Ghostface Man Shorts. You make one team that is good. Make one team that you know what they do, you know their gimmicks, you know how they function it. And from there, once you have this baseline, you start building up other teams. But whatever you face, you can always fall back to that main team that you know how they work. For me, that team will always be the Kurokumo clan. I know how they function. I love playing them. I love the Yakuza Katana aesthetics. So whenever I find myself having difficulties, I go back to them and I use them because I know how they work and I know how they function. Consider that every time you pick up a new ID, how can they support or be part of my new team? If they cannot support or be part of my new team, then maybe you can call that ID useless, but you acquire them nonetheless. Pretty much every ID that is not going to be participating in your team is a potential passive effect that you can have your team running. For example, Lobotomy Ego, Faint Aroma, and Solitude Ryoshu has a weird ass passive on a tree Sloth Resonant. When the ally with the fastest speed hits an enemy using a skill that inflicts sinking potency, count, or unique sinking, it inflicts true tremor and triggers tremor burst. Then it reduces the trigger tremor count by 1. So if we have an ally that is able to inflict sinking, and we have a sloth resonance, which, apologies, we should be able to, because Hanafuda Ishmael has a skill 2 that is sloth, and Night Owl's Captain O'Gregor has a skill 1 that is sloth. We can have her burst tremor. She already can burst tremor, but we can do it better now. In any case, it's an extra tremor burst. We like tremor burst in this house. It's good. We have other options that we could use. For example, let's see here. Our team possesses Sloth, Lust, Pride, Wrath, and Gloom. We don't have Envy to make use of this ID. We don't have Poise to make use of this ID. Actually, we're gonna use that. But there are other options to use. There's my story team, which is basically just who has IDs. Well, if you're joining now, like you joined when Vanguard Otis came around, I don't blame you. You use what the game gave to you, and if you got the House of Spiders ID, you were fine. What I mean is that this game is Project Moon is not handling it like they're handling it like it was a single player game, and that hurts their narrative a little bit. Their story is excellent. I talk about this all the time here. The story is excellent, but because this is a gacha game and you cannot be limited to what IDs you get to play the story at, this hurts their narrative a little bit, because in Library of Ruina, you could not get the latest IDs, which is the equivalent of IDs, the key pages, until you beat their respective fights, right? So imagine if you couldn't use like House of Spiders Iseng, even though you rolled for him in the gacha, you got House of Spiders Iseng, you can't use it until you beat Kanto 9. That would suck, because this is a gacha game, right? If this was a single player game, you could only acquire him once you beat Kanto 9. That would make sense. He's incredibly powerful, and you could revisit the previous chapters to, you know, zone the enemies there, because you have like a character from the end game into the early game, and you know what it means. But because this game is a gacha, they cannot restrict you which IDs you get and which IDs you can deploy on the story. That means it leads to the problem of ludonarrative dissonance, which is something I talked about at length here, but I'm not going to go on much further than that because we still have a team build, and it has been 47 minutes. So let's move on to Merso, and then we'll talk more about that during the Mirror Dungeon. Anyway, Merso, we are again Sinking Tremor and Bleed. How can you help us? Sinking Tremor and Bleed. We do have the Ring Fauvet student, which increases, applies defense level down. Oh yes, let's defense level max here. Oh yes, I see a bright future ahead for this team. For Honglu, let's see, Bleed, Tremor, and Sinking. Bleed, Tremor, and Sinking. We do have District 20 Eurodiv, which allows us to Tremor Burst twice with a 25% chance on a Sloth Resonance. I'm going to take it, because Tremor Burst is the main line of our life here. For Heathcliff, we have Sinking, Tremor, and Bleed. For Sinking, we have the Wild Hunt. The Wild Hunt requires a resonance of 3 Gloom. Gloom, we only have access to Gloom in Ishmael's 3rd skill, so it is not likely to happen. Ufi Association gives us additional clash power for skills that apply Tremor, so it's going to apply to everyone. What if the middle big brother does a support? Yeah, it's only for the middle, so it doesn't matter. For Sinking, do you have it? Sinking is Wild Hunt, Tremor is Ufi, and for Bleed, you do have the very excellent and very powerful Kurokumo Heathcliff, which I'm not locating here right now. Where the hell are you? There we go. Let's see, there we go. As fast as he can skill. This is very good, but we're gonna go for Tremor, which benefits both of our units. Though I'm not complaining, the House of Spiders IDs altogether aren't bad, but then again, they don't combine at all. Like, for example, Middle don't combine due to their keywords and needs like AV Rest. Krishmael's never going to reach full potential. Because they don't combine, hold are made of members of completely different fingers with different sets of stats. Correct, Moises. They are only linked together by the fact that they are from the House of Spiders, meant to feed Blade Ryoshu. If you want to use the House of Spiders ID, you're looking for a different teams. Like, it really is poetic how much, like, if they want to be powerful and belong to somewhere, they need to go somewhere else. If you put Kira Ishmael on the middle team, she is mwah, mwah, so powerful, so good. Put her in the House of Spiders team, she doesn't mesh together because they are not meant to mesh together. So Moises is absolutely right here. So if you got Kira Ishmael, you already got like one part of a middle team ready, and she's very powerful even by herself. Tune in next Thursday for that solo run because it's gonna be our 67th daily mirror stream, and I'm gonna do solo Kira for reasons. Let's continue building the team, please, before I lose track. Right, we are Tremor, Sinking, and Bleed. I am liable to leave base Rhodia because of the damage buff, as always, unless Princess Elemental Land can give us something better. Leda has the highest bleed potency at turn end, no good. This is more Clash Power. When clashing against me, they have 5 Tremor on the Blunt Tremor Resonance. Rose Sputter Workshop Representative. Allow the close speed triggers Tremor Burst, increases stagger threshold ways by 20%. It staggers faster versus more damage. Sorry, but I'm taking more damage. Sinclair, get on the fucking costume, you little weirdo. Where is your costume? There it is. Marietta Jeffy, more damage, please. The other option would be ally the most HP, inflicts 1 Tremor with effects of your attack skill coins, which is just more Tremor on hitter on top of her stuff, which actually helps a little bit more than 10% more damage. And for Otis, because we have Night Owl's Capitano Gregor, we are going to be taking Blade Lineage Salsu for the ability to deal more damage with enemies below 25% HP, which is basically the threshold for him to use his ability, which means he's gonna hit like a fucking truck every time he tries to execute someone. That is our team. That is very nice. Let's put... I don't think do we have a Gregor announcer? Let me check. I'm gonna have to send my dogs outside. 1 second. We have Ishmael and we have Gregor. Good. Since they're gonna be the ones doing all the fighting, it's fair to put them in. Now, let's review the team real quick. What are they giving to these 2 goobers here? Molar Office Fixer is giving us the ability to lower defense level down on a Tremor Burst. Faust is giving us the ability to lower offense level downs at a 25% chance. Hey Shopak Waybranch Dawn is giving us the ability to lower defense level, attacking targets that have sinking, and since Ishmael inflicts sinking, it works. Lobotomy Eagle Fainter Roman Solitude Ryoshu is giving us the chance for, on Sloth Resonance, to trigger Tremor Burst whenever an ally that is fast and inflicts sinking potency. It triggers Tremor Burst and applies additional Tremor. Ring Falvis Student Mersal is increasing or is applying more defense level down for an enemy with 2 types of negative effects, which we are applying. For District 20 Eurodiv Honglu, on a Sloth Resonance, it gives the chance to, at 25%, to double Tremor Burst. Ufi Association Heathcliff is giving us more Clash Power for the ally that is fastest. Base Rodion is giving us 20% extra damage. Molar Boltworks Fixer Sinclair is giving us additional Tremor with our skills, and Blade Lineage Salsu Otis is giving us a lot more damage on enemies with 25% HP. That is our team for the Mirror Dungeon of tonight. Let's get down to it. Favor of the Nebulae, Starlight Guidance. Favor of the Nebulae levels up our sinners as we go deeper into the Mirror Dungeon, and Starlight Guidance gives us speed, Clash Power up, damage up, and protection, so there's really no reason not to take it. We are mostly a Tremor team, so we are going to use the Tremor team pack, and we are going to use Sour Liquid Aroma because that gives us offense level down. What does defense level down to the opponents exactly? Does it just affect the defense skill, or does it actually affect the skill and power in some way? Defense level down, I want you to picture it as your armor, your character's armor. The higher your defense level, the more damage it reduces. So when an enemy has their defense level down decreased, the more damage you're going to do to him when you actually hit them. when a clash occurs in Limbus Company, we compare your numbers, you know, the point power, the base power, we clash. And according to our offense levels, the one that has the highest offense level, for every 3 points of difference in offense level, the guy with the highest offense level gains clash power. Once the clash is cleared and he actually gets to hit the guy they're targeting, we are going to compare the offense level of the attack with the defense level of the attacked. The difference is going to dictate whether we're going to take more damage or less damage. If you lower your enemy defense level, when you hit them, they're going to take more damage. Just take that away from all of this. Defense level down, more damage inflicted on the enemy. Right, let's begin. Our usual gifts are going to be Lithograph and Bloody Gadget. If we have the Starlight, which we do, we're going to take Mana-Shaped Music Box. Although we kind of don't need it. I feel like we don't need it. We can make do with just these two. And the Zippo Lighter. How good is Incorporeoshu? Very. She is very good. Especially if you have Incorp Insane. Now, why did I choose Bloody Gadget? Now that I think of it. Now, our true gifts of choice here, Lithograph, Blue Zippo Lighter. Why? Lithograph heals based on our max HP when we stagger someone. Zippo Lighter gives us ego resources for our passives and ego. We could take a third gift for more healing, which is Phlebotomy Pack, which heals us based on our missing HP, which is very nice. Instead, we are going to take a, let's see, what does Tremor offer us? You know what, we're gonna just take the two of these, and I think it's more than enough. Healing and ego resources is all we need, because sometimes when you're in shit creek with no paddle, we can use a ego and blast the enemy. Of course, if we really wanted to blast the enemy, we could always take Clean Needle and Tread, because that will allow us to do big damage whenever you use an AoE ego. Let Broke Gambler seems like a thematic pack to take with Hanafuda Ishmael, so we're gonna take just that. Let's deploy. Now, I have here with me a delicious piece of pie that my mother made. It's eggplant pie. It's delicious. I said I wasn't gonna eat on stream, but it is still warm and I don't want it to go cold. And since the streams usually take about 2 hours, I'm gonna eat it right now. You get to watch. And it is delicious. Oh. Hell yeah. Here we go. Now, let's try to play the gimmicks of our characters. Hanafuda Ishmael currently has the blue color. If we use blue, she gets powerful. So let's use blue. I'm gonna crucify my dogs 1 second. I'll be right back. After the dog crucifixion.
이만하면 순항이죠. 바람도 딱 좋네.
The dogs have been successfully crucified. They have elected a new messiah. So I am in a lot of trouble right now. Now, as we have told before, we have to use blue on our leftmost skill, but blue is on our rightmost skill. So if you want to keep gaining bright potency, we have to use a counter here, unfortunately. So for Gregor, he's just going to do his thing. And we're going to use red. It doesn't matter which one, because we're using the power counter here, it's going to change our color to a random one. We have a 50% chance of gaining potency here. So move, my little creatures. Koi koi.
아무튼 놀라운 한 방이네요.
아까처럼
Beautiful.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Let's see. Our color is red now. Let's use red.
빠르게 처리하지.
Is there a way you can show my keys a way you can rate them? You can tell me and I can take a look at them.
계속 집중하지.
Just know that I'm very biased towards bleed. I love bleed. I will always use bleed whenever I can.
사기가 꺾였군. 이 기회에 마음껏 공격해 보자고.
Right, we're still on red color here. And he just kind of does his things automatically, so we don't have to worry about him.
빠르게 처리하지.
Right, we get to see Ishmael does her big attack. Just a moment.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는
자비에
게 좋겠어.
감사하다.
Here goes the big attack. And because we killed the guy on the first turn and we didn't use our reuses, we get a lot of bright potency next turn. Is that correct? Yes! We killed our guy with our skill tree enhanced, well, our special skill tree without reusing it. And so we recover a bright potency next turn equal to the number of coins that weren't used. Fucking cats. Now the cats are asking for a crucifixion, but I'm not gonna do that to them.
빈틈투성이군.
This is really good. Let's get out to the mystery path, and we got a very good eagle. Now, I need to ask you, Ghostface Man Shorts, what exactly are you planning to use your team on? Story content or mirror dungeon? Because in the mirror dungeon, you can do any ID and it's gonna work out because of, you know, how the game works. If it is story content is a lot harder than the mirror dungeon because you don't have ego gifts and you don't get ego resources from gifts in a way. You're gonna have to build up toward your stuff. So what are you using your team on? Mirror dungeon mostly. You can do the mirror dungeon if it's for grind. You can do it mostly with Ring Honglu solo because he has a stagger recovery and he is fucking powerful as shit. If you bring him together with Ring Faust, he is going to empower her and she is going to empower him. And they both have assist defenses as well. Which means you don't really have to worry about them getting one-sided attacked a lot. Everything else that you bring is support because they can handle the mirror dungeon by themselves. And I'm talking about extreme mirror dungeon. Now, if it is for a grind and you want to mindlessly grind, it really doesn't matter what units you bring. As long as you bring a full team that has like a common team word like bleed, you are good. So if you bring all bleed units and you put them in the field, as long as you keep getting bleed gifts, you can hit that win rate and you're gonna win. Unless you're doing a challenge run with, like, I want to use this guy because he's fun or whatever, you are golden. Because let's be honest, aside from combat content, story content, and the Reflect Trial, Limbus Company is not a very difficult game. At least the Mirror Dungeon is not. If you're trying to do Mirror Dungeon Extreme, it just requires a bit of Ego Gift Alchemy and you're going to be golden.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
So if you're gonna do mirror dungeon for grinding, you're golden. It's automatic. This is something I've done several times before, where I usually am working and doing something on my main screen, and I keep Limbus on the other screen and mute it. I press P enter every now and then, select a new node, you are golden if you're trying to grind just with Callisto Honglu and Albina Faust. You're golden. If they have more ring IDs, even better, because not only they do share the same keyword for bleed, they are also from the ring, so they benefit from gifts like Kaleidoscope, any ring exclusive gifts that we now have, and so on and so forth. And Callisto Honglu directly benefits from having multiple ring IDs helping. Solo runs exist mostly, yeah, like I was saying, to make the game a little bit more harder, a little more challenging, because the combat system is very deep and very fun, but we don't have really that content to sink our teeth in. Like, Reflect Trial is on one thing only, unless I want to try for, you know, easier times. As you have seen in my previous stream, for the Reflect Trial, I won that by pure bullshit. That was, I did not have any right to win the Reflect Trial against Ricardo, but I did, and I ran away with the win because I'm like that. I won, it's my win, I take the resources, bye-bye. I could do it again, try to do better, try to do faster, which I'm sure some people are like clocking in less than 10 turns, because there's a lot of people that are better than me on this game, and I'll say that with no remorse, because I am not very good at Limbus. I know some stuff about Limbus. I don't waste too much time thinking about deep team tactics. I just know how they work, you know? I just have an idea. These guys do this, so I'm gonna use this. I could go deeper into that, manage how much like tremor or rupture count the enemy has before attacking him, but it's not something I do because I don't think it's that fun or necessary, unless I'm trying to make a new world record. As long as I beat like Ricardo in less than 18 turns, I am happy. Right, let's hit him with a blind obsession. Unless, is this blunt? That is blunt. Bygone Days is a let's go with blind obsession. Gotta save Gregor. Stop stabbing me! Please don't stagger me before I can actually fight! Don't kill Gregor, no! So you don't have to worry about, like, can I beat the Mirror Dungeon with this team? You can. You have a team that shares a common keyword. As long as you have 5 bleed characters, you can use the tier 4 crafted gift that makes it incredibly powerful. You can wing rage through it all, especially with Callisto Honglu on your team. Can you do MD achievements without claiming and completing MD? What does that mean? Oh, the stagger! No, don't kill me! Right, Gregor, her life is in your hand. Can you do it twice, brother? I should have taken Ledger to me, honestly. Gregor, save her! You can achievements in the middle of a Mindy run, yes. But the achievements are gonna give you just extra stuff. This duel is over. You have no monsters on your field, and there's only one card in your spell, in your trap and spell zone, while I have my 3 blue eyes white dragons in my field. It's over, Yugi. Don't kill her, no! Alright, we're good. We survived. We live. We fight another day. Kill them all, my little sinnerlings. But you should know, Roland, that I have no pathetic cards in my deck. I really like Hanafuda. She's so fun to play, man. The whole color matching thing just plays really well with her. I know Limbus in general. Yes! Just slaughtering them up and down. Also, hello, Roland. How are you doing? We recently hit 100 subscribers. I don't know if you were present for that event. It was kind of harrowing, honestly. By the way, the video is coming up probably tomorrow. I just need to edit it, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be out there. I'm gonna do funny things with it. Right, let's take gifts. Rusted Muzzle, Green Spirit, oh yeah. That bleed application on every attack, and a little bit of extra tremor on our enemies. Floor 2, Emotional Seduction. Give me a reroll. None of these are good. Automated Factory, the Unloving, the Unconfronting. We can actually get some benefit out of the shoes for Gregor. On yeah, Gregor, put on the high heels. Here we go. Oh. We're gonna go for the unfocused encounter.
마지막까지 발버둥 칠 수밖에.
Why do we go for the unfocused encounter? Because we can control the flow of battle like that.
박제라도 맞았나?
Yes, Yugi wins by sheer bullshit. You are entirely correct. I do, not just any monster, Roland. I have Exodia. I have gathered 5 pieces of Exodia, including the forbidden 6th piece that goes between his legs. It's over for you in more ways than one. Prepare yourself for complete and total obliteration.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Yu-Gi-Oh anime is just pure bullshit. They ignore most of the rules most of the time because
위태가 올랐어.
they're playing a game where they literally trap ancient spirits and demons into cards, and then they're summoning it through their bidding because they're sorcerers. And that's ancient imagery. They literally bound ancient creatures, dragons, warriors into cards, and the sorcerers would summon them to do battle for them. That's the original Egyptian Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I think was the Pharaoh kind of sealed everything up so no one could do that anymore. And well, from there he just kind of ended off rails. Yeah, no, he filled them all so no one could do it anymore. Filled all the whole thing. Pegasus comes into his little expedition to Egypt, uncovers the monsters. He's like, wow, these are cool monsters. I'm gonna make a trading card game out of them. Paints them all into cards and then makes a worldwide hit. You were wondering what the special card I had in my trap spell zone was. Now here it is, the forbidden part of Exodia. Prepare yourself. I will be recording all of this, of course. In any case, yeah, it's pure bullshit. It's on the anime itself. They're ignoring the rules most of the time because it's magic and the monsters are real. But in the actual card game, I actually played one of the Yu-Gi-Oh games, not the PS1. I played the PS1 too as well, but the PlayStation one. I played one on my computer a long time ago. I don't remember which was, but you could play to the story mode with no card bans. Essentially, any cards that were banned, you could use them. What I did is I built a deck with like a shit ton of Pot of Greeds, all the pieces of Exodia, and a bunch of other cards that allow me to discard and draw cards. And by default, I would literally win in a turn or two by drawing Exodia. Because, you know, Exodia wins by existing. It was very fun because I reached one of the climaxes of the stories of the anime in the game, and I start the duel starts. He draws his cards, I draw mine. All 5 parts of Exodia, I win. 0 turns. We're still using red on her, so we're gonna go for red. I used to love Yu-Gi-Oh! I still have a mic. In Brazil, I was too impoverished to actually buy actual Yu-Gi-Oh! cards. So we settled for the next best thing, which was the fake ones called mini cards. I still have them here. I'm gonna pick them up in just a moment. And some of these are very poorly translated. In this example, I have a card. I think I still have it. I'm gonna have to look it up on through my collection. That they translated the word match, as in like, you know, the duel, the match, to a match that you use to light up like a cigarette or your stove. So it says on the card, if you meet the conditions of this card, you gain a match, not the match like the dueling match. You gain a match. It is very funny. Let me go get it. Just a second.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
자비에 감사하다.
Here it is, my box of pirated Yu-Gi-Oh cards. very dusty. Oh man, look at this. Look at this. A full collection of fake Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I'm gonna get closer to the camera. You can see they're separated by decks using tape. Oh man. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, let's take a look here. Oh, this is a blast of the past. I have a fire deck. I have a, let's see here, warrior deck, which is my deck. I used only warriors in my deck. And I have obnoxious Celtic Guardian, which cannot be killed by combat. We have the dark deck. We have, what is this? Machine deck. We have a chaos deck. I don't know what that is. This is a spirit deck, which cemetery bomb, which is for nuking someone's HP. Man, I love Yu-Gi-Oh! I still kind of like it, but I think in modern Yu-Gi-Oh! Is incredibly lame. Because someone would figure out some busted combination of cards and win by default on the very first turn. You know what I mean? Like, you're gonna just keep switching cards. And I have the most important card of them all, right here. That's right. That's my Duelist ID card. Yeah, I am an official Duelist, baby. This was in the anime, by the way. It's not a real card. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't have any effect or damage type or anything. But I have this little pack of mini fake cards here that has all like the original anime pieces, including Exodia, Obelisk the Tormentor, Slifer the Sky Dragon, and the Winged Dragon of Ra, the Gate Guardian, all three parts of the Gate Guardian with different names. I have a Pyramid of Light, all blue, 3 blue eyes, white dragons with a few extras as well. What else do I have here from the anime? Blue eyes, Ultimate Dragon, the Great Sphinx, the True Sphinx that used to seal up something. 5-headed Dragon, Yubel the Ultimate Nightmare. I had it. I liked it. I loved it a lot. This and Beyblade were my childhood. Man, I love that. I fucking love this fucking shitty anime. Alright, go kill them, my goobers.
빠르게 처리하지.
I'm not even gonna say what I'm trying to do with on focus encounter because there's really nothing to say. It's gonna focus encounter just the homeless. Man, did you take me down a memory lane right now, Roland? Congratulations. This guy. I already have the Zippo lighter, so I really don't need it. So go ahead and give me your defibrillator. Thank you. It is utter garbage. Oh, it's a patrolling flashlight. Oh, that actually is good. That one is actually freaking good. Forgot about it. I thought it was the defibrillator. The defibrillator goes on the centipede, not on the wayward passenger. I ran out of ketchup. Right, more homeless people to fight, more homeless people to kill. Go forth and strike hard and strike fast.
괴물을 봤다고. 혹시 이런 모습이던가?
Beautiful. Love the eagle.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
오, 아 이런. 아무튼 놀라운 한방이네요.
As long as we keep using red skill, she's gonna keep powering up.
자세가 못 나니? 자비에 감사하다.
다들 힘이 솟는 것 같네요.
Right, we still need red, we don't have any red. What a shame.
빠르게 처리하지. 빈틈투성이군. 빈틈투성이군.
I don't believe we use our skill 3, we gain a hand anyway. Yes, we do. But we don't gain the same hand as before.
허술하군. 자비에 감사하다.
우리는요?
Easy, clean, let's keep going. We're gonna take cigarette roll holder immediately because that's just extra power up as long as we can get some poise, and we will. Phlebotomy pack for a little bit of healing, which is always nice. And Emerald Elytra, there it goes, our poise that we needed. Good. Let's enhance it. We don't actually do rupture, so we can sell this easily to enhance one of our best gifts, which is going to be the patrolling flashlight, because that is going to give us more charge barrier. Charge barrier is good. We can also enhance our rusted muzzle for additional bleed application with every, which means we are going to be powering up Gregor easier. Now let's go to the automated factory, which is a long fight, and get ourselves the high heel shoes for Gregor, which is going to be very good. He's going to get powered up. And he's not weak by any chance, but you know, more power is always more nice. Right, we got red on Ishmael, which is very nice.
처리하지. 빈틈투성이군. 스켈레터. 유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Sorry if I'm a little focused. Gonna eat my delicious pie. We still got red on her.
빠르게 처리하지.
Anyway, the trick about Ishmael is really just matching colors until you get high potency on your bright. We can do that by either using the right color, using the flashable counter, or using the 2-3. There you go. But if you manage to do it with base skill several times in a row, you get more of those, because you only get 3 turns to get 5 potency. As for Gregor, as long as you attack the guy that has open wound, you can increase that open wound into something better. Right now, we don't have another red, so we're gonna go with the blue here. In the case of Ishmael, if you have 4 potency and 0 count, the super special attack is only going to happen after your skill on the leftmost slot ends. So if you have a blue skill on leftmost slot and you have 4 potency, you can still pull out a really fully powered Kozan, which is her super special attack.
효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어. 부위 파괴. 돛대를 부러뜨리는 것만큼 중요한 한 방이었어요.
We don't have our skill tree ready here, so let's stall for a turn. Another tip I can tell you about Hanafuda Ishmael is that she needs to use a base skill on her leftmost slot to trigger her super special skill Kozan. If you're using a clashable counter, you don't use Kozan. And I'm pretty sure it has to be on the leftmost skill. I am going to be corrected in just a moment. Maybe. If she uses Kozan after his on any base skill, if she doesn't, it has to be on the leftmost. It has to be on the leftmost. Right. As you can see, we are holding back on 4 here. If we use this skill right now, as soon as he's done with this skill, he is going to use Kozan at maximum. So let's get that ball rolling.
당신 짝패군요.
5 bright potency, very nice. And now Kozan with 4 reuses. Chef's kiss, such a powerful, and then he comes and finishes off the job.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야. 하나, 절대. 이런 빈틈 끊어주지. 빈틈 투성이군.
Oh, his defense level now is in the negatives right now. All right. Investigation, please. This is a long fight, I know it is. We are using yellows. We don't have yellows, so we counter. Again, for Hanafuda Ishmael, only the leftmost skill counts here. Rest can be ignored.
당신 짝패군요.
I kind of overrode her flashable counter. I kind of lost turn there.
허술하군.
Oh boy, it's already been an hour 25. Welcome back, Josette. How are you doing? I'm gonna try to engage turbo mode because my friends want to play video games, and I still have to do the book reading today, but considering I'm quite drunk, I might skip on it. I know some of you like the book reading, but I don't know, I'm not feeling it that strongly, and especially Crime and Punishment is a kind of a dry book.
저것들 좀 보세요.
Alright, we got blue, we can use blue. Use the blue on the blue phase. There you go. Now they all can die, so our boy here can finish them off real good. Go!
당신 짝패군요. 우리는요?
Very good. On to the next floor, please. I keep biting the inside of my mouth. What's going on? Right, we are here for the How to Choose and for the Voodoo Doll. We don't have a third deployable unit, or this would have been fantastic to get, so Voodoo Doll it is. Up to floor 3, the Greater Gloom, Burning Haze, or Deep Sigh. Santa, Bowl, or Fish. I will choose, based on the Ego Gifts, the Fish. We do apply Sinking and we do apply Bleed, so both of them are good. Let's go for the Unfocus Encounter because we can control the flow of combat there.
마지막까지.
So tell me, Josette, has your computer been fixed so that we may play some jolly video games tonight? Or has it not? I still got about half a Cuba Libre here to go, so do tell me if you are able to play video games tonight and how that would be most fun. In any case, these guys, they are weak to Blunt, weak to Wrath and Sloth. Do you have any Blunt on your attacks, my true dudes? We do have Tidal LNG and we can use it to get our hand here. So, exactly that. Go for it, Fishmail. We gotta remember to use our skill tree on an enemy that already has deep wound so we can get fatal wound. Ah, so that's how it works. Alright, slightly correction on the Night Owl's Capitano Gregor. You want to be teasing your skill tree as much as you can until you can target an enemy that has deep wound. Deep wound or fatal wound, either of those. So you can upgrade the wound to another level. So that means you're gonna have to attack the same enemy 3 times, then with your skill tree. Very good, Ishmael, very good. Now, generate your cards. So this is a very good boss killer, Night Owl's Capitano, because of the amount of unsighted attacks he can do, and the ability to raise, to apply bleed with his Tremor Burst. And because a single boss has a lot of HP, you can actually pull off his special skill, which is, applying wounds. So while Ishmael here is a very much I self-power myself, he is a more I debuff the enemy kind of character, Kill that one, I'll lash that one, go. You said I'm asking to hear from a fan? Alright, moving on. Ishmael requires the red. We don't have the red, but we do have blue. Blue would immediately trigger Kozan, but it is a low tier fight, so I do not give a shit. Go kill them, my fish Billy, boat Billy.
빠르게 처리하지.
Very good.
자세가 모르겠니?
Finish him off.
자비에 감사하도록.
If you're not dead, you're gonna be dead now with 3 coin reuses.
유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Very powerful. Right, moving on. Floor 3, True Mystery Paps. Let's take them. This guy. Weather rain, leave this place. Because I don't want to fight you, because I am on a time scale here. I smell the smell of burned plastic. This is slightly worrisome. Next mystery pack. Oh, we got a... this is a bad gift, but I'm gonna take it anyway. Gimme. Yeah. We must avoid mystery packs now because our characters are slow. We have slowed down because of the cursed gift. How much anime do I watch? I used to watch a lot of it, but nowadays I'm not watching that much, honestly. But yeah, I used to watch a lot. Favorite anime, Gurren Lagann, easy. I also like Bigo a lot. It's really good.
빠르게 처리하지.
I actually have a list because I don't keep like in the back of my head. Let me find it here. Where the hell is it? Where the fuck did I put my list of anime? Come on. I know I have that list somewhere because I don't remember everything from the top of my head because I used to watch a lot. I was watching Gintama with my friend, Gargantia of the Verdurous Planet. What else? There we go, found my list. Alright, I watched Bigo. Bigo is fucking fantastic. I recommend anyone to watch. So is Gurren Lagann. I watched Demon Slayer, Goblin Slayer, Madoka Magica. Yu Yu Hakusho is one of my favorites of all times. I watched some of Vivi Fluorite Eyes. Ascend of the Bookworm is also one of my favorite isekais. So is Drifters, ReZero, Recreators, Log Horizon. All of them are isekais, they're all good. Lelouch of the Revolution, I haven't actually finished it, gotta finish it at some point. Dororo is also fucking fantastic. Made in Abyss is okay. Gargantua of the Verdurous Planet is also fucking great. Iruma, Welcome to Demon's School, I watched some of it. And Dragon Ball Super. Also watched Inuyasha as a child. Watched Dragon Ball as a child. Pretty much any Latin American child has watched goddamn Dragon Ball. What else? Beyblade. How can I forget Beyblade and Yu-Gi-Oh, man? Oh, man. Watched a lot of Beyblade. It was fun as hell because the kids in my street, we would craft our own Beyblades out of, like, detergent caps. We rip off the detergent cap and equip them with various little gadgets and then make our own Beyblade and have our own competitions. It was fun as fuck until some tryhard kid bought the Beyblade decided on a fucking car wheel and ruined everyone's fun. But yeah, no, I watch a lot of anime. I'm anime peeled. Have I ever seen friggin' Flower Blooms with Dignity? I have not. Nowadays, I'm not watching too much anime. I am mostly watching 70s samurai series, which I haven't been giving too much time to watch them. I was watching them a lot before, but I haven't found a new series to really binge into. The last series I watched was Hayato is Coming and The Bored Samurai, which is fucking excellent. Watch The Life of Nobunaga Oda, I don't know the name or the guy that made it. Right, on to the next shop, floor 3. We have Bloody Gadget, will power up us a little bit. Refresh. Refresh. Wrist guards, hell yeah. Ornamental horseshoe, that's more poise. We like poise in this house. Let's enhance some gifts. Let's enhance wrist guards right away to level 2, because that's a lot of damage up we can get out of this thing. What else we got here? All these we can use, except maybe this. Remember the glues, keeping it skewed to damage dealt. Yeah, this is for AoE healing. Thank you, Cuba Libre, for being so delicious. Anyway, off to the boss of floor 3. Pierce, Blunt, Pierce, Lust, and Wrap. I'm thinking about it's going to be the fish, isn't it?
마지막까지.
We gotta watch Hell's Paradise. It's good. I'll check it out at some point. Most of the anime stuff I used to watch is... yeah. Big fish! Holy shit! Alright, let's deal with this big fish. This big fish is going to clap the hell out of us, and we are slow as shit because of the cursed gift. So we're gonna have to do something about it. Gregor, you are in for a clapping, my boy. Powerful clap, powerful clap. Go ahead. We're gonna use our skill 3, even though we should be focusing other skills on him because we need to win that clash. I don't want to receive power down next turn. Right. This is the N-Corp music, right? He doesn't have his own music. Big fish! Right, let's keep that red flowing, Ishmael. What other attack are you being targeted by? Here we go. Gregor, what part have you attacked before? It's the left leg, which is currently staggered. So attack that leg too. You are most likely going to get staggered, but it is for a good cause. Actually, don't. Deep wound based actually. It's already on deep wound. We needed to go to fatal wound with our skill tree, which is the only way we can upgrade it. The clap. This is a really good goalkeeper, though. You are a really good goalkeeper, Clap. Right, so far so good. We're gaining our skill slot. Ishmael is still on that red. Let's see what we can do. Clap here and counter here. Neutral all around. Don't like that, but what can we do? Slow as balls. Hopeless, I say not. Ah, you going? Did you get me a supply? I'll get it in. Go ahead. Yeah, thank you. It was delicious. Ah, neutral. Don't like that. How about bygone leg? Also neutral. How about suddenly one day dominating? Ishmael is gonna get clapped. Not in a good way, mind you. Right, which areas have wound? Body. Which part is your body? Body. Body. Feel my body. Body. Neutral, neutral. You're faster than a cannon? Really? That's surprising. Let's go. Powerful clap. Suddenly one dominating. Welcome, Carmen. Been a while. Time to show you who has the big arm here. Imagine if both Gregor and Clap just together like this. That would be cool. They both have their arms for it. Alright, we got 5 potency on the bright and Kozan time. I'll give you those. Right. Alright. Which part of your body has the wound so Gregor can attack? Left leg has a deep wound. Where is the left leg? Right leg, left leg. Right, this one, right? Targeted with her special skill to upgrade that with fatal wound. As for Ishmael, she's using yellow now. So let's clap with yellow. Get it down with the yellow. Very nice. Mercy.
돛대를
the Knight's
부러뜨리는
All
건
because you have Deep
중요한
Wound and you're
판단이야.
gonna upgrade that to a Fatal Wound now. Oh yes!
아까처럼만
Kill
해.
him!
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Because he Tremor Burst on a Clash Ring in their skill 2, we, after using our skill 3 to upgrade that into a Fatal Wound and giving him Tremor Hemorrhage, that dealt damage just by winning the Clash. Very good, very powerful. Let's keep it going. We are on floor 4. We're gonna take Blood, Sweat, and Tears and Tangled Bundle. As always, avoid base and final power as much as you can. Although I'm sure these two goobers can handle it, I'd rather not try my luck. Refresh, none of these are good. The Crawling Abyss and Evil Defining both have Pequot Town, and both of them suck. But Crawling Abyss has the Whale, and this one has Ahab, or Super Ahab. Let's go for the Evil Defining. Now, we are looking to getting as much trouble as we can, because we currently have a Cursed Eagle in our hands. How can I see my Cursed Eagles? There we go. Where is... yeah. We need to win 4 more encounters. So we are going out of our way to get into fights and hopefully win them. Hopefully, maybe. One day you could do a video about the defense type powers. I intend to do so. Right now, as we have reached 100 subscribers, I feel a lot more motivated to actually do videos explaining the various mechanics of Limbus. I have worked on making an intro to the videos, you know, and tomorrow I am going to be posting the 100 subscriber video, which is very important. I just have to record it a little bit. And then after that, I'm going to be planning to do a lot more videos coming. Look forward to it. Matter of fact, I was going to edit it today, but I wanted to play Gloomwood, and I don't know if Gloomwood was good or not. I haven't checked the analytics of the stream. I enjoyed it. I might play it, but I don't know if I'm going to play it on stream all the time. There we go. That's a Matt Stagger. Oh, baby, yes. Get your yellow.
당신 짝패들면 우리는 3. 놀라운
That's
한방.
fun hit.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Alright, I don't have a lot of editing ability yet, so my videos might be amateurish at best. I'm gonna try my best to make them not ass, but yeah, expect videos are gonna come. I promise it. I was gonna do it. I have 100 subscribers now. I am very, very happy and thankful for all of you that have subscribed. I cannot stress this enough. I am so happy about it. Even though I might not be expressing it like in jumps of joy, I am extremely happy about it. Hopefully I can get that emotion out in the video that I'm gonna be recording tomorrow and posting it. Hopefully, if nothing goes wrong. But tomorrow we do have the tabletop to go through, which is gonna be very fun. My character hopefully is going to hit a massive critical on the boss and almost one-shot him. There we go. Kill. We are on the blue. We don't have blue.
빠르게 처리하지.
Again, with Hanafuda Ishmael, you can keep using the clashable counter to stall your Kozan attack until you get 5 bright. But it's a 50% chance, so you know how it is. It's a coin flip. It's gambling, just like most of this combat system. And because it's a clashable counter, you can also avoid getting bleed max to eternity. Right, how are we looking? We need yellow. We could do yellow. Let's do yellow. Full yellow. Get me the yellow. I want to be yellow today. Right, that fish is gonna have a goddamn bad day now. Cut him up, making me a nice little sushi.
삼코. 우리는
If the next Warper will give us an associated officer, you're a faction ID, unless they help us with the thumb. That would be fun as hell. I don't know what's gonna come next Warper, but I'm all in for it. Whatever it is. We're starting at city level.
우리가 우세.
I just want more stuff, man. Just give me more. I'm so hungry. I'm so ready to eat more. Yum 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 yum. Give me more IDs and give me an excuse to use my lunatic.
사물. 엠하.
자세가 무너졌네.
Mercy.
자비에 감사도.
Mercy has activated and the fish goes away. This was a really cool effect, man. The whole ship, the way that everything moves. We kind of took it for granted, honestly, but yeah, it was very, very good. Very, very good. Right, we need more fights. We need to get in more fights. We need to win more fights. So we stop being slow.
발버둥 칠 수밖에.
Oh, shit. Calm down. All right, carry on. It's Spectacula's. All right, Ishmael, you're on that blue, right? You like blue, so do I. Let's blue together. And for you, Gregor, the horrors. I mean, no, use your fierce ego if you have one. You have bygone days, but you also have Christmas Nightmare, so go for Christmas Nightmare and get that thing out there. Blast them with an AoE.
괴물을 봤다고. 혹시 이런 모습이던가?
This is such a cool looking ego, I love it. Welcome back, Moises, you didn't miss much.
사물.
Yes.
엠하.
자세가 무너졌네. 자비에 감사도.
아, 이런
We're still on that blue, and we don't have blue. That means we have to gamble.
놀라운 한 방이네요.
Clash against that one. Actually, you clash against that one. You go finish off some of these poor creatures.
빠르게 처리하지.
Oh yeah, because we're slow, we can't clash. I'm so used to being the fastest one in the room, man.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도
Bad
쉽게
habits
쉽게
I
갈수
have
있을 거야.
created.
이세가
Right,
올랐어.
you're asking for red
적군들에게
now. We
번째를
shall
보여줘도
use the
될것
red.
같은데?
How about a yellow? Can we outspeed? Why are these little ticks so fast, man? Anyway, Gregor, do that thing again. Do that thing we like you to do. Do it against the fastest enemy, so that way it, you know, explodes them.
당신 짝.
Hello, Athletic Trauma, welcome! Ah man, I really can't say how much I like Hanafuda Ishmael. Knight All's Captain Gregor is really nice, but I feel like most of his stuff is automatic, so you don't really have to worry too much about it. There is some level of focus you can do on him by attacking the same parts over and over to increase the level of wound, because it goes from open wound, deep wound, and then fatal wound if you hit them with S3, which allows you to do a lot of damage. Play Lethal Company with a friend. I too have played Lethal Company quite a lot. Some of my earliest videos and the video with the most views in my channel is Lethal Company. So have fun, it's a great game. Right, Ishmael, turn one of these things into nice sushi. I am so hungry. So hungry. Anyway, Gregor has like, you attack the same guy several times to increase his wound level, while Hanafuda Ishmael is just fun because you can, you know, do you match the color because you discarded? It's really gambling. You're like, oh, I don't have the cards I want. Discard, get the next one. All right, I got the one I want now. All right, turn is over. I don't have all the cards, but I can stall it with clashable counters. It's just a lot of fun to play. And in the end of the day, that's what matters to me. Is the AD fun to play around? Like, say, one I didn't have fun. Dawn of Sinclair is not very fun. Honestly, maybe I just have bad memories about it, but I don't think he's very fun. Hanafuda Ishmael, love her. It's great to play with her. Same thing as playing with Thumb Mercil. He is incredibly fun to play because you have the boost mechanic to consider before you deploy your attacks, so you can squeeze out the most out of the AD, you know? Right, we're in the end of combat here. Kill these little things. Spread out your damage, kill them.
빠르게 처리하지.
We need to move on. We need to move on.
좋아. 코이.
What a nice Saturday it has been.
3월. 엠화. 효과적이네요.
Again, this music with the drums, fucking excellent. Lethal Company is a really good game. Other games tried to get into what is now commonly known as Friends Lab and have failed. Maybe Lethal Company was just the first one or not, I don't know, but it is incredibly fun. I envy you in some aspects there. Alright, keep getting in trouble, my sinners. Keep getting into fights. This floor is gonna be a long one because I need to win 4 fights to get rid of the curse. Fish! You know what that means. We have yellow, but because we are fighting fish, sending the blind obsession out together with the Gregor Eagle. We have resources, we will use them to our eagles. Tails down.
괴물을 만나. 혹시 이런 모습이던가?
Oh yeah! Another Tails, god damn it. Oh, that's 10. Alright. And now, Ishmael. As long as he doesn't get staggered, we're fine. Another thing you can do with Hanafuda Ishmael is just do 5 eagles in a row to get the cards.
파도가 모든 것을 쳐부술 거다. 이런.
Right, what color we need right now? Yellow, yellow we have. Strike them with a yellow attack.
우리는 효과적이네요. 이 방식을 기억하는 게 좋겠어요.
Good, very nice. Moving on, do you need a yellow? We don't have yellow, but we have a power counter that is 50% a yellow. Well, I mean, one stage completion away from the unlocking Era. Era is a very good ability, I like it. Wish it would last more than 1 round though. But I get it why it only lasts a single round.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Good luck with the ending, it's a fun fight. Rain is kind of a bit of bullshit, but it's a fun fight nonetheless. Any fight that is hard, I consider a fun fight. Keep that in mind. Right, we need red, we have red. Hit him with a red so you can get your thing. It's not gonna be a full power Kozan, but it's gonna be close enough. Sushi time!
산코.
Good enough.
집중하지.
좋아. 코이. 3월. 엠화.
Cut that fish up. I kind of want to put Hanafuda Ishmael together with Heathcliff, OP Heathcliff, for maximum tremor decay. God damn it, how many are you gonna attack Ishmael? Stop it! Gregor, do something! Gregor, you have to save her! Sorry about the burp. Ooh, that was a rough one.
여기가 이 약점인가? 우리가 우세. 서둘러 끝내보자고.
Right, what color we need? We need yellow. We don't have yellow, but we do have a clashable counter. It's kind of yellow, maybe 50% chance of yellow.
짝패군요. 우리냐나요?
빈틈 투성이군.
Very good, very good.
적을 완벽히 파악하고 있으신 거군요.
Right, we need more stages. We're gonna stay in the lake for a while because Ishmael really wants to see the sights again. Because we need to get rid of that cursed eagle. Oh, I need to eat this pie. This pie is delicious.
마지막까지
So good.
발버둥 칠 수밖에.
Right. Come on, load it faster, boy. It's Spectaculas. Spectaculas we can handle. Right, need red. Let's use red against blue. Can't. We're too slow. And how about you, Gregor? What can you do for us? Let's counter whatever has the most coins and most damage. 82 defense level, I'll fight it.
당신 짝패군요.
Oh, my sanity! One hit. We can take it. Red. Now we get hit by a few attacks. Not a problem.
다들 힘이 솟는 것 같네요.
You need red, and red we have.
좋겠어요.
In red we trust. Let's splash against the enemies that are more powerful to us. And Gregor, you have 2 attacks coming your way, buddy. What are you gonna do about it? One has 2 coins and one has 1. We're gonna go for the 2 coins so we take less damage.
처리하지.
Cut up that fish. Yeah, Night Stagger. And since we used red on the previous turn, we get 2 stacked of potency on bright. We are close to our big Kozan. I have never played Hanafuda, but I kind of want to learn it. Maybe I'll finally find something to use my Japanese that I've been trying to learn on. Right, you still need red. We do have red. We shall use red. We shall become red, and together we shall red with it. Keep staggering, keep slashing, keep winning the fight.
여기가 네 약점인가?
아무튼 놀라운
빈틈
한방이네요.
투성이군. 유효타 좋아. 계속 집중하지.
And we have 5 bright potency. Means Kozan goes automatically. Here we go. And we gain 2 bright potency next turn because we haven't used 2 of our reuses. Very good.
좋아. 코이.
We just keep it flowing. 2 potency. The next 3, we are good to go. We don't have yellow, sadly, so we're gonna lose a turn here doing a power counter. Go, Gregor, take care of this and this. Rock and roll.
처리하지. 빈틈 투성이군. 허술하군.
Mercy, because enemy was less than 20% HP. We didn't get it. We didn't get it. The point flip. Right. Do we get yellow this turn? Yes, we do. Yellow it is. But all the enemy is almost killed, so it doesn't matter really. But I really do like playing Hanafuda Ishmael. I wish I had more content we could use her.
빈틈 투성이군. 자세가 모르겠니?
Very good.
감사를.
You gotta remember to use more blocks on Gregor because it allows him to use Mercy twice. Which is 2 extra assist attacks by the cost of 1 block. And it is a clashable block too, so you're not losing any action, any on the action economy. There we go, we got the golden hour. We have purged the curse from the ego, and now we are fast and deadly. Let's go for this creature. Easy. We can do it solo, we can do it through the duo.
다들 힘이 솟는 것 같네요.
Right, we need red, and we do have red. Let's use red. And we have the pearl, and we have the shell. Let's hit the pearl. We want to open wound on the pearl, and we're gonna do it. And now we get hit a lot, because one-sided attacks are a bitch. That's why I have the patrolling flashlight. How silly this thing is. Look how it jiggles in place.
맞서보죠.
It reminds me of Gyo, that one manga with the fart fish. Yes, the fart fish. You know what I'm talking about. Pearl. Gregor is about to be staggered, so let's redirect some attacks from him to Ishmael. There's 3 attacks coming for him. All of them are true coins. Let's go with this one.
당신 짝패군요.
There's a stagger. Oh no! So yummy. All right, we still need red. Let's get the red going.
정리를 해보는 게 좋아.
Yeah, go ahead and eat those little things. I don't mind.
짝패군요.
Because I'm gonna hit you with a full-powered Kodan. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On to a stagger.
사물. 엠하.
Beautiful. I go eat your little snacks.
좋아. 도입하게 성공했어. 계속 몰아붙이자고.
Ah, someone gonna have to put his hand in there, huh? Alright, you do, Ishmael. You deal with lake creatures. There goes all your sanity.
장땡.
Alright. The pearl should be exposed now. It has deep wound. That means we're gonna use a night owl instead of an execution, and it is going to hurt like a motherfucker. Right, Ishmael, you need red. We got red. Use red and get the red. Red. Let's go for an actual red resonance here for more power. Here we go. And night owls. He just killed it. Holy shit.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Like I said, Gregor has some intricacies about targeting the same part or enemy over and over, and then using your skill tree when that enemy has deep wound. It's kind of a mechanic because you kind of already do that in general, so kind of a skill. Anyway, let's see what we got. Keyword refresh, tremor. We are both tremor units, so let's fortify. We got downpour. Ha ha ha! This is gonna be good. This is gonna be more than good. We got fungality too. Holy shit! Let's enhance our gift. Now, because we got a fungality, let's get the boys gift up and running, and let's sell some gifts. Well, we don't use here. This is a garbage eagle reverse generating gift, and I hate it. So get the fuck away from me. Let's see what else we got here. Tangled bundle is good. This is good. We all actually use all of these, so not much to do here. Let's enhance the horseshoe for more poise, and elytra could be enhanced, but we don't have the money for it right now. Wow. Tangled bundle, yes sir. Here we go. Down to fight Ahab. Gregor is at half health, but he'll do fine. He'll be fine. You can take it. He's a strong boy. And it's the trio, which is a bit worrisome, but we'll do fine. We'll do fine. Let me check you out. Does your ego tree heal? It heals HP. No, max HP heals SP. Ah. How about you, Ishmael? You need red, right? We do have red, so we could use red. We are going to eat a few attacks. That's fine. Can we get resistant to envy? Any way, shape, or form? Because now we are weak to envy, and most of these attacks are envy. It's not good. We can use Christmas Nightmare to make it normal, and we're gonna do exactly that. So we don't get hit and die.
짝패군요.
Christmas Nightmare. I love this idea, this eagle, by the way. It's so fun looking. And it also has a very vicious looking attack. And now that he is healed, we're gonna take some unsighted attacks. Fucking piercing thrust reuse. Go. No stagger. No stagger. No stagger. Right. Downpour activates. You need red? I'll give you red with love. Ahab is gonna attack her once. Go protect her, Gregor. Go do your thing, because you can't be staggered easily. She can. Can't do anything about that Ahab attack. Hopefully she will regenerate enough not to get staggered. It's a good heal. I like that heal. Yeah, we're not getting staggered by Ahab. Very nice. Very good. Unfortunately, I'm breaking my own rule here. Starbuck is still alive on turn 2, which is unideal. And we can't target her directly, which sucks. What can you do? He is going down. He's going down right now, I say. He's going down. He's going to die. There we go. Kind of lost our skill tree there, but what can you do? Maganera indeed. Can't target you, so we get to target her. All hands on deck. Kill. Weak egg. Hosan! 1, 2, 3, 4. No kill, no recovery. Mercy! Ah, no mercy. We're good. Gregor is fine. Gregor whole thing is about surviving, and yours isn't Ahab, because I know your game. I played this game for quite a while. We are just going to offset your evades and then gonna strike you down like the hag you are.
아까처럼만 해. 그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
Fully recovered from Ahab, as expected, but we have red on our side. So you're gonna use the fucking thing again, aren't you? God damn it. How about we kill you before you do anything? How about that? What do you think about that, huh? Right. Ooh, are you paralyzed? No, you're not. Keep attacking her. I don't mind taking 2 hits from fucking her. Oh, that is big damage actually. 189. Her point is a bit of a strong attack, huh? Yeah, Gregor, actually change the plans. Leave nothing alive. Love it when we tremor form a hand with Ishmael with tremor burst, so we're constantly doing that shit. Very good. This floor is taking a while, I apologize. I am veering away from reading the book today, honestly. It's taking a while. But I'm already here, so might as well do it. Nice! Oh, time to kill you! And goodbye, Ahab. Rotten hell, you rotten hag.
좋아. 계속 집중하지.
Let's see. Chance for Ego Gift. Thank you, and no. On to give me that for me, please. And Melted Eyeball. It's final corner. We don't have any choice but melted eyeball. We are going to be reducing offense level down, so that's pretty good. Floor 5. Let's give it a refresh for a long fight. No such luck. Damn it. I am going to do a pack search. I don't mind it. We are going to go redeem our sins. You know what it is. I always choose this battle because it's fairly painless and quick. We already proved the worth of these IDs along the floor. This is just to redeem their souls now. Give me your first aid kit. Come on, come on. Give it to me now. Thank you.
장땡.
And this is just a charge gift. So get the sweat. And leave the room. Thank you. Move it, move it, move it, move it, move it. It's already 2 hours and we gotta go. We gotta go now. Right. We have bleed only on Gregor. You can take respite. Sure, let's take it. Refresh one more time. And nothing. Actually, this is pretty good. We use a lot of tremor. Downpour upgraded. Now, since we are on floor 5 and about to end the mirror dungeon, we can sell the Voracious Hammer. There's no need to keep it around because, well, there is no reason to. We're not getting any more money. I want to get the tier 1 shard gift, so we're going to do exactly that. For that, we are going to have to sacrifice something. Maybe this. Give me the UPS system. Yes. Big damage time. Yes, big damage time. Right, what else we can sell here? We don't really use charge that often, so to sell this, it's fodder. Increase the UPS system level so we give it more damage up. And if we can, increase this as well. Right, we are ready and ready to deploy. The problem with running multiple Saturday ailments teams is that you don't have enough money to upgrade everything because they're not going to be hard focusing on one keyword. You have several of them. Right, it's time to redeem your souls, ye sinners. We need red, we need red. You got red, let's use red. Hit that flesh, hit that flesh.
당신 짭해군요.
We still need red. Hit red on red and yellow on yellow. As for you, keep hitting that flash. Do you guys think it's possible to beat Ricardo without a middle team? Yes, it is. Ricardo takes extra damage from lead damage. So the middle team just gets an immediate advantage from getting sanity because of the pattern chain and the fact that they have a lot of counters.
그럼 이번 전투도 쉽게 갈 수 있을 거야.
So you can, if you have a bleed team, they can do it just as well. I forgot that we got staggered by the Wrath Flower. That's bad. I'll attack her again. Yeah, of course we're gonna. Retry.
구석에 물릴 줄이야.
I keep forgetting that the Wrath Flower reflects damage. It's very bad. Reflecting your own damage is always how I kill Hanafuda Ishmael. This is happening again. Okay. Alright, hitting the flash with a yellow, and you hit the flash with a yellow as well.
당신 짭해군요.
Right, we need a yellow, but we don't have yellow, so we counter. Hit the flash.
빠르게 처리하지.
Oh, I just saw something that I shouldn't have seen. So, Hanafuda Ishmael. To get from the hand, you need to use the color that matches here, right? No, wait, no, that's stupid. Never mind. I didn't see anything. You didn't see anything. Didn't see anything. Nothing. Nothing was seen here. We still need red. We do have red. Hit red. You hit the flash. You go kill the rat flower for me. Even though you're gonna get staggered. Hit the flash as well. We need some healing and we need it now.
당신 짝패군요.
Mercy has been activated and killed it. Now for the Night's All on the main body. Right, there's a big chance he's gonna get staggered by his own attack, so... Yep. Not attacking again. Good enough. You require the red, and the red I shall give you. Hit that thing, hit that thing.
당신 짝패군요.
Hit him with a powerful 5-coin reuse Kozan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hell yeah.
아니, 말을 아끼죠.
Ow. Gregor, recover your ship, brother. You need to get back in the fight. Hit the flash with all you got. I will handle the attacks. I require red anyway. Red, red, blue.
당신 짝패군요.
허술하군.
Theoretically, if you manage to kill an enemy with a single hit of Kozan, you could theoretically keep going with the Kozan after Kozan by killing enemies with a single coin or two. Because you recover all the coins you haven't reused, which is very, very powerful. We require red. We shall use red against the flesh. Kill him. I need 1,000 damage. I need 1,600 damage right now. And you are the sinners to provide it. Go and destroy them, my sinners.
허술하군. 허술하군.
올인이었나요?
Beautiful. I love these two. Hanafuda is alone by itself really good, but Night All Captain Gregor just finishes up kills. That is by itself amazing. Oh my. And he did the most damage too. Look at that. 56 damage. I was expecting Hanafuda to be the one because she was double slotting, but this guy is really powerful. Hey, they got a Book of the Index too. Wow. Give me my rewards and let's get ourselves nice and comfortable. Because the gameplay part of the stream is unfortunately over. So if you're here for gameplay, it's time to go. If you enjoyed the stream, please recommend it to your friends. And if you didn't, recommend it to your enemies. Now we're gonna do our nerd shit, which is book reading. Now, I haven't been keeping track of how many combat nodes we have defeated because I am kind of dropping that idea for the longer books. Actually, I might be dropping that idea entirely because, again, I don't have a lot of time. That's why I am going to start doing these streams a little earlier. You have been warned, starting from next Monday, streams are going to be an hour early. Anyway, let's get ourselves nice and comfortable for book reading. We get the book. We get the book. The book is here. The book is here. And open up the book reading window. Right. Last we left off on Rodion Raskolnikov's adventure. He went into a tavern after he went to a old moneylender to do something. He was scouting out the place, checking if she lived alone, what he had to do, realized that his hat attracts too much attention. And then after he pawned off a little pocket watch, I believe, he went to a tavern to get a drink, and then a drunk approached him and started, as drunks usually do, telling his entire life story. He was telling how he married a woman that was what, widow? Widow? No, I think it was a widow. Don't remember now. In any case, he married a woman that was, yeah, she was a widow, and he himself was a widower as well. And how she was a lady of great standing, but he lay drunk on the floor when things were happening. His daughter got a yellow ticket, which I do not know what that means. I think she was going away, or she became a prostitute or something like that. He really was telling his entire sad story about how he is drunk, how he is sad, and how he sells the things of his wife to make money for more drink. All in all, a horrible person. Anyway, we're in the middle of that story for Marmeladov. 1 second, there's something burning. I'm gonna go check. Just I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Just a second. There's nothing on my stove, so I think it's probably something outside. It's also coming from not from my computer, so that's safe. Anyway, let's see. Here's the store. Right. He also was telling Marmeladov was also telling how he was accepted back into his work by a man named here Ivan Afanasievich. Very Russian names. Right, like I said, I didn't keep track of how many pages I have read. We're just gonna keep reading until we reach the next chapter, or I get bored and I need a break. Anyway, let's go. Marmeladov stopped again in a violent excitement. That moment, a whole party of drunkards already drunk came in from the street. The sounds of a hired concertina and the cracked piping voice of a child of 7 singing "The Little Farm" were heard in the entryway. The room was filled with noise. The tavern keeper and the servants were busy with the newcomers. Marmeladov, paying no attention to the new arrivals, continued his story. He appeared by now to be extremely weak, but as he became more and more drunk, he became more and more talkative. The recollection of his recent success in getting a position seemed to revive him, and was even reflected in a sort of radiance on his face. Raskolnikov listened attentively. That was 5 weeks ago, sir. Yes, as soon as Katerina Ivanovna and Sonechka heard of it, Lord, it was as though I stepped into the kingdom of heaven. It used to be, you can lie like a beast, nothing but abuse. Now they were walking on a tiptoe, hushing the children. Semyon Zakharovich started from his work at the office. He's resting. They made me coffee before I went to work and boiled cream for me. They began to get real cream for me. Do you hear that? And how they managed to scrape together the money for a decent outfit. 11 rubles, 50 kopecks. I can guess. Boots, cotton, shirt fronts. Most magnificent. A uniform. They got it all up in splendid style for 11 rubles and a half. The first morning I came back from the office, I found Katerina Ivanovna had cooked 2 courses for dinner. Soup and salt meat with horseradish, which we had never dreamed of until then. She didn't have any dresses, none at all, but she got herself up as though she were going on a visit. Not that she had anything to do with. They could have made everything out of nothing. Do the hair nicely, put on a clean collar of some sort, cuffs, and there she was, quite a different person, younger and better looking. Sonechka, my little darling, had only helped with the money for the time, she said. It won't do for me to come and see you too often. After dark, maybe, when no one can see. Do you hear? Do you hear? I lay down for a nap after dinner, and what do you think? Though Katerina Ivanovna had called to the last degree with our landlady, Amalia Fyodorovna, only a week before, she could not resist then asking her in for a cup of coffee. For 2 hours they were sitting, whispering together. Semyon Zakharovich is in the service again, now and receiving a salary, says she. And he went himself to his excellency, and his excellency himself came out to him, made all the others wait, and led Semyon Zakharovich by the hand before everybody into his study. Do you hear? Do you hear? To be sure, says he, Semyon Zakharovich, remembering your past services. Now, and since moreover we got on badly without you. Do you hear? Do you hear? And so, says he, I rely now on your word as a gentleman. And all that, let me tell you, she has simply made up for herself, and not simply out of thoughtlessness, for the sake of bragging. No, she believed it all herself. She amuses herself with her own imaginings, upon my word she does, and I don't blame her for it. No, I don't blame her. 6 days ago, when I brought her my first earnings in full, 23 rubles, 40 kopecks altogether, she called me her little one. Little one, said she, my little one. And when we were by ourselves, you understand, you would not think me a beauty, you would not think much of me as a husband, would you? Well, she pinched my cheek. My little one, she says. Marmeladov broke off, tried to smile, but suddenly his chin began to twitch. He controlled himself, however. The tavern, the degraded appearance of the man, the 5 nights in the hay barn, and the jug of alcohol, and yet this poignant love for his wife and children bewildered his listener. Raskolnikov listened intently, but with a sick sensation. He felt vexed that he had come here. Dear sir, exclaimed Marmeladov, recovering himself. Oh, sir, perhaps all this seems a laughing matter to you, as it does to others, and perhaps I am only worrying you with the stupidity of all these miserable details of my home life. But it is not a laughing matter to me, for I can feel it all, and the whole of that heavenly day of my life, and the whole of that evening I passed in fleeting dreams of how I would arrange it all, how I would dress all the children, and how I would give her rest, and how I would rescue my own daughter from dishonor and restore her to the bosom of her family, and a great deal more. Quite excusable, sir. Well, then, sir, Marmeladov suddenly gave a sort of start, raised his head, and stared fixedly at his listener. Well, on the very next day after all those dreams, that is to say exactly 5 days ago in the evening, by a cunning trick, like a thief in the night, I stole from Katerina Ivanovna the key of her trunk, took out what was left of my earnings, how much it was I have forgotten, and now look at me, all of you. It's the 5th day since I left home, and they are looking for me there, and it's the end of my employment, and my uniform is lying in a tavern on the Egyptian bridge, exchanged for the garments I have on, and it's the end of everything. Marmeladov struck his forehead with his fist, clenched his teeth, closed his eyes, and leaned heavily with his elbow on the table. But a minute later, his face suddenly changed. With a certain assumed slyness and affection of bravado, he glanced at Raskolnikov, laughed, and said, This morning I went to see Sonia. I went to ask her for a hangover drink. You don't say she gave it to you, cried one of the newcomers. He shouted the words and went off with a guffaw. This very quart was bought with her money, Marmeladov declared, addressing himself exclusively to Raskolnikov. 30 kopecks she gave me with her own hands, her last, all she had. As I saw, she said nothing, she only looked at me without a word. Not on earth, but up there, they grieved so over men, they weep, but they don't blame them. They don't blame them. But it hurts more. It hurts more when they don't blame. 30 kopecks, yes, and maybe she needs them now? What do you think, my dear sir? For now, she's got to keep up a clean appearance. It costs money, that queen style. A special one, you know. Do you understand? There's a route, too, you see. She must have things. Petticoats, starched ones, shoes, too. Real jaunty ones to throw off her foot when she has to step over a puddle. Do you understand, sir? Do you understand what all that cleanliness means? And here I, her own father, here I took 30 kopecks of that money for a drink. And I am drinking it. And I have already drunk it. Come, who will have pity on a man like me, eh? Do you pity me, sir, or not? Tell me, sir, do you pity me or not? He would have filled his glass, but there was no drink left. The jug was empty. What are you to be pitied for? Shouted the tavern keeper, who was again near them. Shouts of laughter and even swearing followed. The laughter and the swearing came from those who were listening and also from those who had learned nothing more but were simply looking at the figure of the discharged government clerk. To be pitied? Why am I to be pitied? Marmelade suddenly cried out, standing up with his arm outstretched, positively inspired as though he had only been waiting for that question. Why am I to be pitied? Yes, there is nothing to pity me for. I ought to be crucified. Crucified on a cross, not pitied. Crucify, oh judge, crucify. But when you have crucified, take pity on him. And then I myself will go to be crucified. For it's not merrymaking and seek, but tears and tribulation. Do you suppose, you that sell that this half bottle of yours has been sweet to me? It was tribulation I saw at the bottom of it. Tears and tribulation, and have tasted it, and have found it. But he will pity us who has had pity on all men, who has understood all men and all things. He is the one. He too is the judge. He will come in that day and he will ask, where is the daughter who gave herself for her mean consumptive stepmother and for the little children of another? Where is the daughter who had pity upon the filthy drunkard, her earthly father, undismayed by his beastliness? And he will say, come to me, and I have already forgiven thee once, I have forgiven thee once. Thy sins, which are many, are forgiven thee, for thou hast loved much. And he will forgive my Sonia. He will forgive, I know it. I felt it in my heart when I was with her just now. And he will judge, and he will forgive all the good and the evil, the wise and the meek. And when he has done with all of them, then he will summon us. You too come forth, he will say. Come forth, ye drunkards. Come forth, ye weak ones. Come forth, ye children of shame. And we shall all come forth without shame and shall stand before him. And he will say unto us, ye are swine, made in the image of the beast, and with his mark, but come ye also. And the wise ones of those of understanding will say, O Lord, why dost thou receive these men? And he will say, this is why I received them, O ye wise. This is why I received them, O ye of understanding, that not one of them believed himself to be worthy of this. And he will hold out his hand to us, and we shall fall down before him. And we shall weep, and we shall understand all things. Then we shall understand everything, and all will understand. Katerina Ivanovna, even she will understand. Lord, thy kingdom come. And he sank down on the bench, exhausted and weak, looking at no one, apparently oblivious of his surroundings, and plunged in deep thought. His words had created a certain impression. There was a moment of silence, but soon laughter and swearing were heard again. Reason it all out, talking himself silly, a fine clerk he is, and so on and so on. Let us go, sir, said Marmeladov, suddenly raising his head and addressing Raskolnikov. Come along with me, Kozlov's house. Look into the yard. I am going to Katerina Ivanovna. Time I did. Raskolnikov had for some time been wanting to leave, and he himself had meant to help him. Marmeladov was much weaker on his legs than in his speech, and leaned heavily on the young man. They had sure 300 paces to go. The drunken man was more overcome by dismay and confusion as they drew nearer to the house. It's not Katerina Ivanovna I am afraid of now, he muttered in agitation. And that she will begin pulling my hair. What does my hair matter? Forget my hair. That's what I say. I will even be better if she does begin pulling it. That's not what I'm afraid of. It's her eyes I'm afraid of. Yes, her eyes. The red on her cheeks too frightens me. And her breathing too. Have you noticed how people with that disease breathe when they are excited? I'm afraid of the children crying too, because if Sonia has not taken them food, I don't know then, I don't know, but blows I am not afraid of. No, sir, that such blows are not a pain to me, but even an enjoyment, for I myself cannot manage without it. It's better that way. Let her strike. It relieves her heart. It's better that way. There is the house of Koza, the cabinet maker. A German, well off. Lead the way. They went in from the yard and up to the 4th floor. The staircase got darker and darker as they went up. It was nearly 11 o'clock, and although in summer in Petersburg there is no real night, yet it was quite dark at the top of the stairs. A grimy little corridor at the very top of the stairs stood ajar. A very poor-looking room about 10 paces long was lit up by a candle end. The whole of it was visible from the entrance. It was all in disorder, littered up with rags of all sorts. especially children's clothes. Across the furthest corner was stretched a sheet with holes in it. Behind it probably was the bed. There was nothing in the room except 2 chairs and a very shabby sofa covered with oilcloth, before which stood an old pine kitchen table, unpainted and uncovered. At the edge of the table stood a smoldering tallow candle in an iron candlestick. It appeared that the family had a room for themselves, not a corner, but their room was practically a passage. The door leading up to the other rooms, or rather cupboards, into which Amalia Welch's apartment was divided, stood half open and was shouting uproar and laughter within. People seemed to be playing cards and drinking tea there. Words of the most unceremonious kind flew out from time to time. Raskolnikov recognized Katerina Ivanovna at once. She was terribly emaciated, a rather tall, slim and graceful woman, with magnificent dark blonde hair and indeed with a hectic flush in her cheeks. She was pacing up and down in her little room, pressing her hands against her chest. Her lips were parched. Breathing came in regular broken gasps. Her eyes glittered as in fever, but looked about with a harsh, immovable stare. And that consumptive and excited face, with the last flickering of light as the candle end played upon it, made a sickening impression. She seemed to Raskolnikov about 30 years old and was certainly a strange wife for Marmeladov. She had not heard then and did not notice them coming in. She seemed to be lost in thought, hearing and seeing nothing. The room was stuffy, but she had not opened the window. Stench rose from the staircase, but the door on the stairs was not closed. From the inner rooms, clouds of tobacco smoke floated in, and she kept coughing, but did not close the door. The youngest child, a girl of 6, was asleep, sitting curled up on the floor with her head against the sofa. A boy a year older stood crying and shaking in the corner. Probably he had just had a beating. Beside him stood a girl of 9 years old, tall and thin as a matchstick, wearing a worn and ragged shirt with an ancient wool wrap flung over her bare shoulders, long outgrown and barely reaching her knees. She stood in the corner next to her little brother, her long arm, as dry as a matchstick, round her brother's neck. She seemed to be trying to comfort him, whispering something to him, and doing all she could to keep him from whimpering again, while at the same time her large dark eyes, which looked larger still from the thinness of her frightened face, were watching her mother with fear. Marmeladov did not enter the door, dropped on his knees in the very doorway, pushing Raskolnikov in front of him. The woman, seeing the stranger stop absently-mindedly facing him, coming to herself for a moment and apparently wondering what he had come for, but evidently she decided that he was going into the next room, since he had to pass through hers to get there. Having figured this out and taking no further notice of him, she walked towards the outer door to close it, and uttered a sudden scream on seeing her husband on his knees in the doorway. She cried out in a frenzy, "He has come back! The criminal! The monster! And where's the money? What's in your pocket? Show me! And your clothes are all different. Where are your clothes? Where is the money? Speak!" And she rushed to search it. Marmeladov submissively and obediently held up both arms to facilitate the search. Not a kopeck was there. "Where's the money?" she cried. "Oh Lord, can he have drunk it all? But there were 12 silver rubles left in the chest." And suddenly, in a fury, she seized him by the hair and dragged him into the room. Marmeladov helped her efforts by meekly crawling along his knees. "And this is enjoyment to me. This does not hurt me, but it's actually enjoyment, sir," he called out, taken to and fro by his hair, and even once striking the ground with his forehead. The child asleep on the floor woke up and began to cry. The boy in the corner, losing all control, began trembling and screaming and rushed to his sister in violent terror, almost in a fit. The eldest girl was shaking like a leaf. "He's drunk it! He's drunk it all!" The poor woman screamed in despair. "And his clothes are gone! And they are hungry! Hungry!" And wringing her hands, she pointed to the children. "Oh, accursed life! And you! Are you not ashamed?" She pounced suddenly upon Raskolnikov. "From the tavern! Have you been drinking with him? You have been drinking with him too! Get out!" The young man hastened to leave without uttering a word. The inner door, moreover, was thrown wide open, and inquisitive faces were peering in. Shameless, laughing faces with pipes and cigarettes and heads wearing caps thrust themselves in at the doorway. Further in, figures in dressing gowns flung open could be seen in costumes of unseemly scantiness, some of them with cards in their hands. They were particularly diverted when Marmeladov, dragged about by his hair, shouted that it was enjoyment to him. They even began to come into the room. At last, sinister shrill outcry was heard. This came from Amalia Lippus herself, pushing her way forward and trying to restore order in her own way, and for the 100th time to frighten the poor woman by ordering her with coarse abuse to clear out of the room next day. As went out, Raskolnikov had time to put his hand into his pocket and snatch up the coppers he had received in exchange for his ruble in the tavern and laid it unnoticed on the window. Afterwards on the stairs, he changed his mind and wanted to go back. What a stupid thing I've done, he thought to himself. They have Sonia and I need it myself. But reflecting that it would have been impossible to take it back now and that in any case he would have not taken it, he dismissed it with a wave of his hand and went back to his room. Sonia wants rouge too, he said as he walked along the street, and he laughed malignantly. Such cleanliness costs money. And maybe our Sonia herself would be bankrupt today, for there is always a risk of hunting big game, digging for gold. Then they would all be without a crust tomorrow except for my money. Bravo, Sonia. What a well they've dug, and they're making the most of it. Yes, they're making the most of it. Got used to it. They've wept a bit and grown used to it. Man grows used to everything, that scoundrel. His sinking thought. And what if I'm wrong? He suddenly cried involuntarily. What if man is not really a scoundrel? Man in general, I mean. The whole race of mankind. Then all the rest is prejudice. Simply artificial terrors, and there are no barriers, and it's all as it should be. Chapter 3 continues next time. I said I didn't keep track of the pages we read today for combat encounters because I want to do chapter by chapter, or at least half a chapter. So that is it for today. But man, what a piece of shit Marmeladov is. I hate that guy. And so should you. I have personal experiences with drunk family members, and I don't want to have it again. In any case, with our book reading done, Mirror Dungeon and ID study done as well, Mirror Dungeon and ID study done as well, this is the end of the stream. If you enjoyed the stream, please recommend it to your friends. If you didn't, recommend it to your enemies. That is all for today. Thank you once again. Sweet kisses and goodbye. Mwah.